Yo, what's
Yo,
good? What's going on? We're here again.
Yeah, dude.
Here again. Welcome to the Treading Water Podcast here every Thursday at 1 o'clock. Me, myself, Mr. Travis Grant, and
Hugh Murray,
Mr. Hugh Murray, and
co-host.
Dude, we got our first guest tonight.
Yo, first guest.
First guest today. First guest. We got strong-armed.
That's my style.
I was like, hey, we're gonna have a few episodes and then we'll have you on. And he's like, I come tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? He's coming tomorrow. I hit up Hugh and I was like, fuck it. Dude, this guy's all around the country. He's opening up for bands. He's opening up for big name guys, and he's just doing his own thing. He's literally like crushing it all around the country.
Fucking Mel Gibson Road Warrior.
Bro, he is like arguably the most successful out of all of us, and he's just been a great guy to know. No, he is.
Maybe the facade is a little shinier, but don't look under the hood. Hi, I'm Neil Rubenstein.
This guy, I was gonna give you a proper introduction. This guy, very funny. We've known him for years. Mr. Neil Rubenstein.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for having us. Thank you for having us. Us having you.
Yeah.
I feel like we're a real podcast now that was having a guest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was the threshold.
I tend to legitimize things.
Yeah, I feel like no one knew Blink-182 was until they started working with you.
Yeah, until I open for them next weekend. Yeah,
I was like Blink-182
next weekend.
Oh, it's this weekend. But I mean, I'm not opening for that. I mean,
they're
they're on a big stage. I'm on a little stage.
Oh, okay.
It's like yeah.
But do you get to like hang out with them at all?
I mean, we have some mutuals, so I might run into them, but I mean, it's not that.
Because I would love to fucking talk aliens with Tom DeLonge. Are you into all that?
No. I think all you have to do is like slide in his DMs and be like, I like aliens, and he'll be like, oh my God, me too. I love aliens.
Yeah, dude, he's all about it. I bought his first book, Secret Machines, and it's wild.
I mean, I definitely believe there are aliens.
Yeah.
Maybe some of us are aliens.
It's possible.
I'm not like.
Do you
get
it?
Fanaticize about it because it's just like.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get the answers.
It's a little mind blowing.
Yeah.
We were talking about it in the green room the other day at Thursday with Vinny D'Agostino.
Oh yeah, he was like, and then I kept going to the bathroom, like maybe he'll stop talking about it, and then he kept talking about it. I'm like, all right, he's not.
I was definitely putting a battery in his pack. I'm like, yeah, we do live in a simulation.
Well, Vinny likes to pretend he's in the FBI and that he knows things. And I'm like, listen, if you're in the FBI, you're like the janitor.
He wasn't in the FBI?
I think he was.
I think he was an ex-FBI agent for like internet crimes.
I'm just gonna tell him that
was it.
I'm just gonna tell him that he wasn't anyway, and just shit on him.
Yeah, dude, that guy's got an interesting brain.
Yeah, man.
Like one time I pulled up to Governor's. I was doing a show and he was just outside with James, the owner, and he's just playing with his new drone. Like he's like Vinny, you got to go on stage in like 5 minutes. He's like, oh yeah, one more lap.
My robot, no.
He was looking for aliens.
Yeah, dude.
He was like he's trying to make first contact.
My dad doesn't believe in aliens.
Doesn't believe in them.
Doesn't.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. I was like, not at all, because he's a graphic artist. He's like an artistic mind type guy. And I was just like not at all. He's like, Travis, they would have been here by now. And I'm like, what if they are, but they're...
Yeah.
I'm like, you're an idiot.
What if we're them?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I get into like the ancient aliens with like the... where they like the engineer theory where they like mess with our DNA and kind of like turned us from monkeys into humans.
Yeah.
Like I could buy into that,
What if you were... Question for both of you. What if you're going out with a chick for like 4 years?
And then you find out she's an alien?
Find out she's an alien.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it changes anything. I would kind of blow up her spot, though.
You blow her spot up?
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, I'm banging an alien, man.
I think I would I think I would keep her secret or his secret, but I would definitely I'd want answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, take me to your planet.
Yeah. I'd be like, let's get on the ship.
Yeah, blackmail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not black. I mean, if you're in a relationship for 4 years, I like how your brain just goes completely dark immediately. You're like, obviously this is
because I'm toxic as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we're gonna blackmail this person to get what I want.
I'm like, it's not a one night stand, dude. He said 4 years.
I'm like, I'll sell you out to the government. I want the tech.
You're just like, yeah, you're just all toxic, dude. You're just all toxic.
Fuck, I'm getting called out already. Man.
Doesn't matter what planet.
Yeah.
He was toxic.
Bitches ain't shit. I don't care if they are alien bitches.
What if she was like, I have an alien skin, but like I have this human skin, and that's how you haven't been able.
Shapeshifter.
You haven't been able to tell because I have my human skin. Would you be like?
I'd be like,
would you be like, take the human skin off? Let's fuck.
Yeah, I definitely want to tap alien skin.
Yo,
yeah,
for sure,
100%,
yeah. Dude. Like, I want to be the first guy that fucks an alien.
You're
like,
not,
hands down.
It's happening. It's
you
been
think
happening.
it's happening?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think they're here. I really do.
Yeah.
But I don't like. I just like I said. Like I don't fanaticize about it. Like it's just like, all right, that's just like part of our thing.
Yeah.
Because like the technology we have and stuff, and like I don't know. Like I see too many theories that it's just like I don't know. I mean, we don't know shit. You know, and then
really
everyone's like, this is this. It's fact. It's like, is it? Did you like?
Right.
I don't know. We're just listening to someone else tell us the thing that they want to tell us.
Yeah.
Like we don't really. I don't know. We're not doing the research. Like obviously the Earth is round, right? I believe the Earth is round, but we're just taking people's word for that. Like they'll be like, oh well, it's because of these things, and it's like, yeah, but I don't know how to do those things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, oh well, it's the curvature of the Earth, and I'm like. I mean, sure.
Yeah,
but I don't know how to use a protractor.
It's kind of interesting. It's because it kind of goes into like faith almost.
Yeah.
It's like, like people are like, oh, well, you don't believe in the Bible. It's like, well, I'm just kind of taking people's word for it. It's like the same with science because like I don't fucking know how to do any of that.
Yeah. It was. I think if aliens, aliens are here. And if it was a problem, it would have been already. So it's like, like if they would have done something with at least in the first year of them being here. They probably look at us like I don't need to even fuck with these idiots.
But it's like exactly. It's like it's like a war or something, right? So it's like you go into a place and you want to take over the place, and then like you realize it's like difficult to take over the place. You're just like, all right, man, like we can share this place.
Yeah, I think it would be more difficult for them. Like say they get here and they're like, how are we going to take over this place? I think it'd be more difficult for them to deal with a moron like me versus like a bigwig at a bigwig politician.
Yeah.
Because they just be like, at least like, that guy, I know what he's thinking about. Like a moron like me, like this guy just thinks he's going to just tell jokes and like this can be his life.
Yeah.
This guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
The guy doesn't read at all.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
yeah. Like I could tell him to do something, and he's just not going to do it. And
if aliens don't show up in a meme, I don't know that they're here.
Yeah. See, I think too. Like the problem is like these things are so big, and it's like the same thing with like flat Earth and like the firmament and all that. Is like these theories and like this secret would just be so big and have so many moving parts that like not one person slipped up and fucking ruined it.
That's it right there.
You know,
it's like, yo,
people can't keep their fucking mouth shut.
Keep their mouth shut.
Snitches.
Do you guys ever? Have you ever in your life? You look back right now.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought that you have seen an alien in human skin?
Well, my ex-wife. She had a lot of things where it was like if someone was impersonating a human, this is what they would put in a human.
Oh, okay.
So she was like missing certain things where it's like, oh, just the aliens didn't know to put that in her.
They were on a tight time budget, and they were like, just fucking whip this one out.
Yeah.
It's like the uncanny valley. It's like it's almost human.
Yeah, it's too close. Yeah,
it's too close, but there's something off. Yeah.
I've met her, right? She has dark hair, blue eyes. Yeah, that girl's an alien.
Dark hair, blue eyes. That's kind of like vampire vibes too.
Yeah. That's another thing. Like, I don't want if vampires exist, I don't want to know. I like being in the dark on that because like once I find out that that's real, my life is going to be miserable.
It's changed.
You know, I can't go out at night. No. I'll never go out past dark ever again.
You like keeping garlic on you.
Yeah. Like, that's brutal.
I keep that thing on me. Yeah.
Going out with like a chain of garlic on you, be like, yo, go home.
Yeah, vampires would just be like, that's wrong, right? I'm just gonna fucking eat your shit.
I think I saw an alien once.
Yeah,
I was I
got to hear about this.
I was a bus boy at a. No, I was a.
Were you bussing?
I was
bussing.
Yo, I was bussing, dude. No, so I was a bar back. I was a bar back at this place in Glen Cove, and so yeah, my job was just like filling up the ice.
Fridays?
No, it was a bar. It was called the Cornerstone. Okay. The Cornerstone Pub. I don't even know if it's still there. But my job was just filling up ice buckets and like refilling beers, tapping kegs, shit like that. Mm-hmm. And I remember I would bust tables too. I remember one time I was busting this table, and like there was this older woman. She was old. She was like really old and really small. She was like had to be 100 pounds, and she was just old. And she ordered so much fucking food. This old, skinny, decrepit old woman.
Dude, that's a red flag.
She ordered like a big plate of nachos. I was like, oh, it's a lot of food for an older woman, but skinny older woman, whatever. Ordered like a big steak. And I was like, really? She's chowing down. Ordered like this like big mound of like lobster tail stuff. And I was like, dude, what is going on with this?
Do you think she was an alien?
Then she ordered like this big brownie cake dessert and was just getting like Diet Cokes the whole time. And I was like, what is going on? And like because I was looking at her because it was alarming. And then eventually she locked eyes at me, and she just had this like you ever see someone with contacts? Like clearly fake contacts? Like it looked like she had like fake eyes almost. And I was looking at her, and it creeped me out. So I looked away. I'm gonna go get some ice. And I came back, and she was just staring at me the whole time for like a straight hour.
And she blinked, but she had like inside lenses and outside lenses.
She blinks she blinks horizontally.
Yeah, like sideways. Like
I'd be like, oh my god,
like a snake or something. But yeah, that's interesting. Like the fucking the guy from Men in Black.
Yeah, dude, like that.
Sugar water.
Sugar and water, Vince D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
Dude, but I think I left. No, I left that night being like, that was a fucking alien. That had to be an alien.
Yeah.
No, I don't know big men who can take down that much.
I got like a friend that like him and his brother 100% convinced that like they got abducted on their birthday, and they're still trying to find that like home video on like, and they're like, oh, we need like a VCR. We got to find out, man.
No,
and I'm like,
they were fingering each other's butts. And
yeah,
they're like, let's tell them it was aliens.
I believe it, man.
Bro, tell them it was an alien.
Yeah. It was like their uncle the whole time.
Yeah.
You wake up,
he's wearing one of those like obvious fake masks, like that. Like, he's like,
you wake up, and it's like you wake up, and your fingers in your boy's ass, and his in yours. You're like,
man, these aliens fucking stink.
You know, we gotta say aliens or something.
Oh. He was like, smells like aliens. Yeah, right? This is what aliens smell like.
Yeah, dude, aliens.
Yeah, it must be aliens.
Yeah, dude, they're still trying to find like the home video and shit, and they're like, yeah, there was like 2 hours. It just went missing. Like we can't explain it. We can't account for it. Mm-hmm. We were like 10 years old. I'm like, that sounds like the secret game.
Sounds like you just got drunk at 10 years old.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's like their parents just gave them a Xanax.
Yeah.
They were having a swinger key party upstairs, and they were like we gotta put these fucking kids to bed.
What they had the upside down pineapple?
Yeah,
in the window.
What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck is the upside down?
Isn't that like
it's the symbol? It's like the swinger symbol.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh really?
If you have like an upside down pineapple in your like front window, it means like you swang.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's where the party's at.
Yeah.
You ever I've been in a situation where I've been invited to swinger parties, and I never went.
Dude, I did a comedy event at a swingers party.
That must have been
great.
Yeah, wild. I don't know. Do you guys know Dave Harris?
No.
It was Dave Harris and Heather Height.
I know Heather Height. She's like a Pennsylvania, maybe.
I think they moved. They were. I think the show was in Pennsylvania.
Are they swingers?
Yeah, they're swingers, and they got into like the porn industry, and they stopped doing comedy. But at the time, I was like fairly new, and I got like excited. I'm like, oh, this is like a swinger party. Like, there's gonna be like some hot chicks there.
Nope,
dude, it was all dudes.
Yeah,
it was like all dudes.
It's dudes and an occasional
Yeah, like real heavy,
girthy
yeah.
lady. Yeah.
Girthy.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
I mean, I'm not knocking it. Like, I'll hit that too. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, I mean, I know what I look like. But yeah, because like I fuck with like poly girls a lot.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah.
they're always Shrek. They're always beasts.
Poly
Do
girl.
do you like poly girls? Like I hooked up with one poly girl, and like to me, it like she was like telling me because I was like I liked her, and I was like trying to like become her boyfriend, and I'm like, so like we've been messing around a while, like we're gonna take this like the next. She's like, well, I'm poly. And she like explained it to me, and I'm just like, just sounds like you're trying to bang other dudes,
Yeah.
Is that what it comes off like? Do you mess with a lot of like?
So yeah, I mean, I have a bit about where I'm just like, yeah, just the girl gets to cheat on you and is honest about it.
Yeah,
And
that's
everyone,
good.
And then everyone tells you you're being brave. Like, oh, is that what this feeling is? Courage? 'Cause
Yeah,
it felt like chlamydia. And I was starting to worry. But I mean, that's really what you know what I mean. Like, I mean, I'm being unfair. Like, I have like very attractive poly women, and there are very attractive poly women.
Have you ever been in a poly relationship, or is it just like one night stand type thing?
Well, that's the weird thing. This one girl that like I was kind of like trying to date a little bit, who was poly, and I'm on the road, so like it works for me that way,
right?
Yeah.
But then like she ended up like being with this whatever. She like got with this couple, and the girl had herpes.
Oh,
And I was like, well, I'm never touching you again.
Right, dude. Like I didn't even think about that,
Yeah.
like the STDs that
Yeah,
kind of get brought home.
Yeah,
that's
so you really have to like not only you have to trust that person, but that person has to do their due diligence.
Yeah, the research.
Like, because like I mean, how many? Not to blow up anyone's spot, but like how many girls have we all lied to about like a situation, and then like that puts them in danger, and then they bring that back to their polycule or whatever the fuck they call it.
What is it called?
Nest. A polycule, like a molecule, but a polycule. or they call it nesting. They call it a
nesting.
Nest
So a nest is
I'm the closest to an LGBTQ person you've ever met, right?
Probably.
I meet a lot of them in the city, but they usually don't like me.
Yeah.
No, I used to perform with Tim Dillon.
He also doesn't know anybody who's LGBT. Like, he might be gay, but he's never had sex with a gay man. He's like, you pathetic, weak homo.
What are you, gay? Get out of here.
Like the poly thing, like it just like that's what it comes off to me. Like I know I met this guy, and he's like in a relationship with a girl who's poly, who's in a relationship with a girl who's in a relationship with a guy, and I was like, that just sounds fucking exhausting.
Yeah, dude. Like, they have like shared Excel calendars or Google calendars where like they're like, all right, I'm with you on Wednesday, and then Thursday it's the two of us. It's like, all right, dude. I don't know, man.
Dude, you gotta like book out your whole fucking calendar.
Yeah. It's like, again, it's fine for me because I'm traveling so much. So like, if I have a friend in San Diego who's like, we get along great, and she's poly and has like all these situations, but like when we're together, like she's with me, like she makes me feel like she makes me feel good about me.
That's important.
I mean? Which is great. And then I disappear for 3 months, and she does whatever she
goes
does.
on.
It's like, I'm a road comic, but you work at Home Depot.
Well, she's like a OnlyFans person.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So she's
yeah, she's like
she gets
doing
it. She gets it in when she gets it.
You know what I mean? She like that's like
but she's a good time. Yeah,
that's a whole other like variable to the relationship too. Like I feel like if I went into the relationship knowing that they were doing OnlyFans or porn or whatever, like I'd be fine with it. But I think if it dropped on me later, I'd kind of like bug out. You know?
Well, I also I've always, I mean, like out of high school, I started touring with like rock bands and stuff.
Right.
So like, I've always been able to separate like emotion and sex, like always.
Is that healthy?
I don't know. I probably not. Like probably not. No. But
I try, but it's teach me your ways.
But like,
I feel like that's just called disassociating.
Maybe. Yeah. Just horrible compartmentalization. But But like I do like friends with benefits a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Where it's like we can hang out, we can bang, and then we can hang out and it not be about banging.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, ideal in my situation.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I guess like it's to each his own. Like like obviously your situation is different. Like being like hardcore on the road, But I was like talking to this guy, and he's telling me about the poly relationship, and he was like getting seriously fucking jealous. And I was like, you really like you can't be like you knew what you were getting into like beforehand, but he's like, but she kind of like. The two girls would live together, and he's like, she would be sleeping with the other girl 5 nights a week and only meet on weekends. And it was like I felt like it wasn't an even split, and I'm like, but this is like the whole thing you bought into.
And that's a crazy thing too, like an even split, like just separate sex and emotion at that point. It's just like like if you need, and I think that's the cool thing about poly, like I don't consider myself poly. Like I'm I'm a dog. Like I'm a scumbag. Like I whatever. But
it's good. We're all whores. We talk about it often.
Like, I'm a piece of shit. Whatever. But but like the cool thing of like when poly's done correctly, I think in that universe, it is like I'm getting my emotional stuff from this person. I'm getting my physical stuff from this person, and if that person, I'm enjoying my physical time with this person, but there's something lacking, like they won't do this or they don't have this, then I go find that also, and then it's like
I definitely don't knock it, because I think in today's world there's so many different moving parts that it's like, okay, then everything else is going to be like that also, like okay, to get married, have kids, and that, like that's more of like a 50s mindset, because like jobs and everything else also kind of acted on that line. You know what I mean? Now it's just like, this is over here, that's over here, you got to do this, that. Like it's such a different world today.
I think the biggest like a really great example of that is like the fame structure these days. Like, because back in the day it'd be like, oh well, it doesn't happen overnight. But like literally now, if it doesn't happen overnight, it's not gonna happen.
Wow.
Right? Like unless you pop virally tonight, like you just gotta wait till you have another cool clip and hope that pops virally then. Like we're not, there's no longer like the slow move of a needle. It's like either it fucking pops off or it doesn't pop off.
Wow.
Like, the struggle and the grind can put you in better positions where like the funnier I am and the more popular in this community I am, then the more podcasts I can be on, so the more opportunities to pop off. But in general, it's like if you don't pop off, there's no other way to do it.
There's really no slow burn.
Like who watches Fallon?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And right now there's a writer's strike, so there isn't even a Fallon.
Yeah. I feel like, going on late night is barely like a credit anymore. Like no one really even cares.
I mean, it helps you. It helps you get into clubs in some ways, and it helps you in, it helps profile a little bit, and and it is going to go viral probably if it's a good bit or whatever. But like ultimately it's like, now it's don't tell. Last month it was Netflix. In 2 months it'll be some other thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I think you can slow needle to a career, but as far as like
fame.
The fame, no, fame's got to be a pop.
Fame is an overnight.
And like you said, you have to slow needle to points where you can have better opportunities to pop. But but I think you can slow needle to a career. But as far as getting to fame, that shit's got to pop.
Yeah.
And you just need to slow needle to those opportunistic parts to pop.
And I think it's important too, like, if you pop with no substance, you're going to fade pretty quickly.
Real quick.
And so it's important with the needle movement, the slow needle movement, is to build your repertoire so that, like, if someone comes to me tomorrow, like if I pop tomorrow, if this clip pops, right? And all of a sudden, everyone's talking about Neil Rubenstein, and someone's like, hey, I want you to make a movie. Here, I got a script. Someone wants me to make a TV show. Here, I got a pilot.
You got to have it
Someone
on deck.
wants me to do, you know what I mean? And then, like, you can go look at my back catalog and be like, oh, he's got thousands of jokes. Oh, he's got a special. Oh, he's got a 7-inch. Oh, he's got a merch store. Oh, he's got, you know what I mean? Whereas, like, some other people, it might happen for them and they're not. And it's just like,
I've definitely seen people,
I feel like Dane Cook was like the biggest one with that.
He was ready. He was 100% ready.
He was ready.
And he built it and he built it and he built it.
I was going to say, I'm not going to name names obviously, but I've seen people, when I was maybe not like 1 or 2 years in, but I was like, like 3 or 4 or 5, and people who were this, same level as me, and they they popped with something.
Yeah.
And they weren't ready.
And
I'm not going to lie to you. I was young. I was in my mid-20s. I was jealous, for sure. But, and then, then that beast reared its ugly head. And it was like, oh, they got to that point. And they're like, so what else do you got? And it was nothing. And they got knocked down a peg or two.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and I think when I saw that, I was like, oh, that can happen.
Yeah,
That's
it kind of gives you a little bit of anxiety.
It kind of made me feel better. Like, no, you're building, and that's okay.
Yeah. Like, Ashley Gavin, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I think she's a good example of being prepared. So, like,
she was prepared. Yeah,
she was always ready. She always wanted it, and then when it happened for her, she had everything ready. She knew exactly what to do. She made all the right moves, and she kept building on this thing. And then there's people, and I'll say names because it's not a negative. I was hanging out with Anna Bianco last night.
Oh, yeah.
So she's got like a huge following now. She's like doing really well on the social media stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, is it translating? Are you a draw?
That was going to be my next question. Yeah.
I said, is it translating? Are you a draw? And she was like, well, I'm not headline. I can't headline. I don't have the time.
Right.
And it's like, oh, yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
And then I started brainstorming with her like some other ideas, and so maybe she'll make some moves on that. And, maybe she'll do like a Anna and Friends, and then like maybe I get to leech onto that. You know what I mean? But
I've seen some people like I was at the Comedy Cove, and there was a headliner who's blowing up from TikTok, and he was asked to do 50 minutes, and he's only been in comedy 2 years. And he couldn't do it, and he pulled the booker aside. He's like, listen, I would have brought someone if you told me. He's like, I got about a half hour, and, he's got millions and millions. He's been on late night, whatever, and he's got millions and millions of followers now, and he's crushing it on social media. And I see even, like, some local guys, but it's not translating to asses in the seats, and they're really not ready, like, material-wise, and like... That's why, like, I'm really hoping, like, our clips start doing something, because I feel like we have the fucking jokes and the, the material behind it, but, like, you see it, like, I like, even, like, we had a clip that did, like, 12,000, like, likes or something, or 12,000 views.
Yeah, we had one that did, like, 10.
Yeah,
10, 5 or something
like that. Yeah, it was closer to 12, and we, but it's not translating to likes for the page. Yeah. And I was going to ask you about that.
There's all that shit, right? So it's, like, sometimes I'll have something go viral, and it's, like, a ton of comments and no follows.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have something that doesn't even do that great as far as like virility, but then it'd be like 200 followers, and it's like,
or
why is this the thing that people follow from, and why is this?
It's really like really tough to predict and like even like figure out like why it's happening.
Yeah.
Or sometimes people say that you're a Theo Von wannabe.
Oh yeah, dude, we got to bring this up. Holy fuck!
And sometimes people say that is pathetic and that I'm just trying to be Theo Von. And also that there's intense amounts of cap to my statements. Let me go over this, all right? Let me go over this, you fucking losers. First off,
let's clarify.
First off, if you're going to come at me and tell me that I'm a Theo Von wannabe because I used to do a lot of cocaine and I wear a backwards snapback hat, you fucking loser, at least have a picture of yourself in your default pic, and B, keep the comment on there and don't delete it like a fucking loser ass chud. Okay? How about that? Second off, the statement that I said, so pretty much what I was saying was about this girl. It was a girl. I told the story about a girl who was very desperate in her 30s, and she was acting like she was cooler than she was.
Right.
And that she was saying that she liked cocaine, when in fact, I know that she didn't like cocaine.
Yeah.
And then she said...
Yo, anybody who looks at you and is like, I don't believe that he does coke or fucks bitches, like, you obviously didn't look at the guy.
So, pretty much, listen.
Like, when I looked at, like, you guys together, like, not knowing you, I'd be like, oh, those are two toxic-ass motherfuckers. And then knowing you, I'm like, oh, confirmed. These are my lunatic friends. These are my...
Like you have a party, you have a barbecue, and me and you show up. Everyone's gonna look like, oh, those are those fucking guys.
Oh we're here to party.
Yeah, I joke all the time that I have like friend groups that are like, I'm too woke.
Yeah.
And then I have friend groups that are like, what? No, you're not woke at all. And you guys probably think I'm a huge lib cuck.
No way. I think you're right on the money.
Yeah. No, dude. And like, I'm not like one of those like red pill fucking I'm a Sigma guys either, you know, because like I'm fucking in recovery.
But there's no reason to doubt that you had sex with a woman who lied to you about doing cocaine to impress you.
You know what? You know what it was is I replied to the comment on YouTube too. Is the phrase everyone jumped on was Travis said no girls like cocaine. Period. Yeah, and it was like a verbal typo.
It was okay. Listen, here it was.
You know, like
all I was saying. The point that I was making was that this girl was acting cooler than she was. Because she was desperate and just wanted a relationship with anybody. Could have been me, could have been Hugh, could have been Neil, could have been Big Beezy. Okay? But it was me. And I can guarantee you that, say, if I got into a relationship with her, 6 months later, she would not have been cool with cocaine, and she would have said, I can't do cocaine, and then the relationship would have ended. Why do I know this? Because I've done it 3 times already at all different stages of my life. And I doubt it's going to stop happening. So that's all I was saying. The statement, what I said, was a little cap, but that's the point I was trying to make. All right.
If anyone knows about cocaine and girls liking it, well, you know, it's us.
No, yeah, they do. There's chicks out there that like it. For sure.
They love it, dude.
And I'm not shitting on the girls who like it. I'm saying you're a fun bunch of gals.
Also, can we? I mean, I also don't want to shit on girls that don't like it. Like, you can not like.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Like, we're still cool, dude. Like, we're still cool. Like, you don't have to do cocaine with Travis.
Like, no drugs. Get the fuck out.
Like, you could just do shrooms with me. You don't have to do coke with Travis.
You could do shrooms with me also. I like shrooms. I like drugs.
Yo, can I?
Yeah.
I don't want to say this in the mic.
You fucking say it.
I stay hard forever on shrooms.
I never fucked on shrooms.
Dude, it was insane. It was insane. And like, I'm old now, so like my dick doesn't always get hard even.
Yeah.
But on shrooms, it was just like,
wow. Were you able to come?
Not as easily. It took a while.
It took a while. See, that's a good sex
but
sesh.
stayed hard all night even after.
Wow.
Like,
Viagra.
Yeah.
Dude, shrooms is the fucking
better
answer.
than Viagra.
Shrooms is the answer.
I've only done shrooms once, and I don't know if I told it on this on our show.
Oh, you were just around the wrong fucking people. That guy that you were around was a psycho.
No. That was DMT probably.
Oh.
Did you ever do DMT?
I tried it. It didn't affect me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I did it correctly.
That's possible, but yeah.
Acid. I tried. My buddy Dave.
I never did acid.
My buddy Dave keeps feeding me hallucinogenics.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they never take.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Acid? Because
are you, this is a personal question. You don't have to answer it, but are you on any like psych meds?
No.
Because sometimes psych meds will affect the hallucinogenics.
I just think my brain's like broken in that manner.
Oh, okay.
So like, I don't really trip on shrooms either, but like, I'll see like some like vapors or like hands will get long.
Yeah.
But I don't like trip.
Yeah.
And then acid didn't work for me and DMT didn't work for me.
Okay, because I did shrooms once and I was in San Diego, and it was after a guided meditation where I literally felt like I fucking time traveled just off of breath work. And then afterwards I did shrooms, and this girl like read my tarot. And it was like really fucking trippy. It was like the picket fence that was surrounded the yard. We had like a fire going, but like the picket fence, like it was just like the house like had a perimeter of a firewall. And
Sounds like ayahuasca. You weren't on ayahuasca?
No. It was just a couple of shroom caps.
Wow.
And she was like reading like my palm and shit. And she's like, "Oh my God, your lifeline is so small." And I'm like, tripping on shrooms. I'm like, Jesus Christ, am I gonna fucking die?
Oh no! Wow, looks to me like you're gonna die.
Yeah, dude. I was like really fucking.
She's like, I'm pretty sure you're gonna die, and you have a small dick, and you're a loser, and no one loves you.
Oh God, dude! I'd be like, okay,
well, have a fun rest of your trip. Bye.
That's such like a Cali reaction. Like, all right, bye, bye.
Yeah, so I did the DMT once too. I did 2 trips, and that shit like changed my life. Like that was like I came. it was like a 15-minute iterations of both. But my buddy too was like, it was like real weird. He's like, so set your intentions for the DMT. Like, you know, you really got to figure out what you want to do up there and like who you are when like your ego and your self gets like destroyed. So like, I'm like, holy fuck. Okay. I got to figure out what I want to do up there. I'm like, I'm either going to fight or fuck God and then become him. That's my intentions.
Dude, what is wrong with your head? Dude, like, you stand on some pedestal. You stand on like, if there was an alien chick, I'd get inside her mind and make her feel like a piece of garbage. I bet she comes from 18 light years away. Yeah, she could travel 18 light years back. You fucking nutcase. What the matter with you? Like, fucking.
Also, I'm not doing drugs where I have to do homework first. He's like, write an essay about how you feel about your ego and your. I'm like, I don't even know what those words are, dude. I just want to take drugs,
dude. But it was fucking trippy, man. I went to like DMT World, you know, and
which is also in Orlando.
Yeah. Dude, I met like a fucking Cheshire cat.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah, yeah.
And I fucked it.
No.
And then I used its skin as a hat.
It's like, oh my God, is that homeless Jesus? No, this is a Universal Studios employee. just lumping around with one boot.
Dude, you guys really picked up on my serial killer vibes this episode, man. Fuck. Yeah, dude. So I ended up meditating on like the pyramid of knowledge, and I was like talking to whatever entities that were up there, and I basically asked them why my life was so shitty, and they're like, you're not listening to us. You're not, you know, we're trying to talk and communicate to you constantly, but you're not listening because you're just polluting your body with fucking heroin, and yeah, dude, after I came back down, I ended up getting like 10 months clean off of fucking drugs.
Wow.
You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
I had a similar experience, but it was a food pyramid.
A food
It was a
pyramid.
food pyramid. Yeah.
What was
I got on top of the food pyramid.
food pyramid of knowledge?
Yeah.
What was at the top?
Snacks.
Snacks.
It was just a lot of Doritos.
Doritos.
Dipsy Doodles.
Oh, I like those.
Yeah, I like those,
that,
yeah.
yeah.
They're only in the Northeast.
Sweets. A lot of
Peanut
sweets.
M&Ms. A lot of.
Yeah.
We can go
So
to-
you were addicted to heroin?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, for like 10, 12 years, something
Is
like
that
that.
how you got so thin?
Yeah, yeah.
I
No,
got the heroin.
you know, it was weird. Dude, a lot of people think like cokeheads get skinny. It's really opiates.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I got beat up real bad in 2008, and I got my jaw broken, and I got hooked on pain pills, and you know, kind of progressed from there. You know, because like around like 2010, all the doctors started getting locked up. And you know, this was like an epidemic that went on. Is there were a lot of dirty doctors prescribing pills. So then the pills went from like $10 a pill to like $35. And
Heroin's actually cheaper.
yeah, so the dealer's like, yo, I cannot find these pills anymore. They're just not around, and they're very expensive. So why don't you try this bag of heroin for $7? And you give it a shot. And you know, I was like a typical
Snort,
white dude.
smoke?
I was at the end. I was shooting.
Right, but how did it start? Because there's like a game
snorting.
like
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I was like snorting.
Had
the
you
pills.
done coke before that? Like that you were like, you knew snorting was a way for you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was kind of like, you know, when I was starting to get like really bad, I was just like, whatever you put in front of my face,
Great,
you
yeah.
know. And it was kind of weird because then I always had that like mental block, like, no, I can't do heroin. Like, there's no coming back from that.
Right.
But then it's like when you try it, it's like, oh, this is the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's just like, well, this is $7 and it got me high all day, and I was spending, you know, my entire paycheck on fucking 10 pills or whatever, and then it makes financial sense, and you're like, oh yeah, like I'm saving money by doing heroin, and then you just like spiral out of fucking control.
It lasts all day?
I mean, like the first bag, yeah, but like towards the end, like, you know, I think like Artie Lang had like a good comparison. It's like, yeah, it's like, you know, it almost becomes like something you got to do every like 4 hours. It's almost like oxygen, you know. It just becomes like something you fucking need like every couple hours.
Yeah, it's a pain pill.
Yeah,
it's a you know, like
the dopamine. Yeah,
it's like you take. What is it like on the Advil bottle? It says take every 6 hours.
Yeah,
like, every 40, and like the whole, like I mean, your story is perfect because it's like that whole like judgment society judgment thing. It's like, dude, we're all like one bad day away from homelessness, bankruptcy. 100%. We're a cancer diagnosis away from those things. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, people break their legs and then a year later they're on heroin.
Yeah.
No one sets out to do that.
Yeah, dude. You know,
like everyone wants to be able to handle their shit, but it's just
I was like a fucking college athlete. You know, I was like, we brought it up a couple times. I was like managing a Hollister. You know, I was not your typical
not heroin activities.
Yeah, dude. I wasn't like the kid you thought like in high school would end up like on fucking heroin.
You know, I've done more drugs. I mean, I only started doing drugs 2 years ago, but I've been around more drugs with like government employees than with rock stars.
Ow.
And I toured with rock stars my whole adult life.
Yeah. I was going to ask, is there a lot of drugs on the road? Like,
not really, because they're all like married with kids now.
Wow, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a couple of them will do like turn it off, turn it on stuff where it's like, if I'm on the bus, I'm on acid.
Okay.
If I'm at home, I'm sober. There's a lot of that. But like, I'll hang out with like government employees, like a bunch of people with security clearances I know in like a bunch of different places, and like they're doing bumps of coke. The woman that I did mushrooms with 2 weeks ago, she's a government employee.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it's just because when you have those like very strict inline jobs, those like regimented, like these are the rules, you follow them every day. I don't think that's how we're meant to operate as human beings. And I think you're just like, oh, give me some fucking escape.
Well, you know what it is too is those type of like employees, like they also kind of get the get out of jail free card. Like if they get caught, you know, like I never had like, I'm not one of those people that have like cops in my family, but it's like, if I did, like when I got my DWI in 2013, like I probably would have gotten out of it. You know, if like my dad was a cop and like my life would have been so much fucking different if I got out of that DWI. Because like I was doing comedy at the time and dude, it made page 7 of the New York Post on New Year's Day 2013.
It was a slow news week.
Yeah, dude, and it said I was with
not a lot of news this week.
They're like local open micer drives drunk like every other person on Long Island on New Year's.
Is there a gang shooting? Not just this.
I was with Nick Mullen and Adam Friedland, and they were breaking my balls because it was like, it was like my first credit. It listed me as like comedian gets DWI. You know, it wasn't like, because I was like kind of working comic at that time, like. You know, that I was like auditioned for Just for Laughs that year, and fucking I was in Cali performing, and you know, I was starting to do pretty well. I had like some juice behind me, and then I got the DWI, and then like I ended up getting like in trouble with some clubs, and you know, like they kind of took a step back because they're like, oh, this kid's like fucking out of control, you know. And like if it's just funny because like if my uncle was a fucking cop, I don't think I would have got like in any trouble. They would have just drove me home or something.
But you would have had a worse next few years.
Oh, probably. Like the rock bottom would have taken me like even worse, you know, like that kind of like I mean, I had started getting into recovery, but I mean, I was doing everything wrong. But like, you know, because I just wasn't listening to anybody. I just thought I knew better. Like when I went to rehab, it was like I came out. It's just like, oh, I could go back to drinking. You know, like, because that's not my problem. Like, opiates was my problem. I could just drink like a human. Are you
sober now?
Yeah.
So you don't want to go? You
don't get wasted? You guys are trying to...
You don't want to hang out later?
Yeah. What we were talking about just before... like
come on, but don't be a pussy, man.
Come on, we're gonna have.
I'm in town for like one night, dude. Let's fucking get loaded.
Well, I have never done acid, so maybe. Yeah, I just gotta like take a sick day. Like acid takes forever, dude.
Yeah, and then he's gonna go back to being famous. And you'll be here relapsing. We're gonna have him relapse on an episode.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
And that'll be our pop.
Yeah, dude, that'll be the pop.
That'll be our pop.
Just me with like fucking alien pupils, like on acid, like.
So we were talking about before. Everyone's one bad bit of news from
I really think that.
From just down spiraling.
Like you're like I really believe that like everyone. I mean, not everyone because there's like billionaires. But like most Americans, like the average American, is like a cancer diagnosis away from just bankruptcy.
Yeah.
So just homelessness.
What I was saying. Say you get a cancer diagnosis right now.
Oh, I'm killing myself.
Oh.
I mean, I want to kill myself as it is. Like on a good day, I want to.
I wanted to bring this up.
I was gonna hope you'd say rob a bank or something cool, not just kill yourself.
No. I mean, I've robbed people all the time.
I'm like, would you go on this super mystical thing and be a crazy man? Like, no, I kill myself.
No, I'm already living like it's the end of my life. Like I'm trying to live a rock star lifestyle. Like I do ridiculous shit all I want to do is party and
live every day like it's my last.
Yeah, because I want every day to be my last.
Yeah.
Every day I wake up hopeful that today is the day. Dude, I don't have to get up again.
That's dark, dude.
Dude, I wanted to bring this up too because there's actually I heard about this a comedian death pool.
Oh, I gotta be number one.
Well, it's you and me.
Yo, is it really?
It's you and me.
When Ziegler got diagnosed with cancer, he said in front of Cal Cagno, I think, like, "Oh, who knew I'd outlive Neil would outlive me?"
Yeah, and
then Cal Cagno was like, "It's a photo finish."
Yeah, no, I heard they were having like a lot of comedians were at a barbecue or whatever, and they were like joking around, and a lot of people said that you and me were like the front runners. They're like, Hugh's either gonna overdose, or Neil's gonna kill himself.
Yeah, finally some respect on Long Island. Finally.
Could you imagine you're driving to Governor's and the roads are slippery, and you fender bender into Neil's car, and you get out, hey man, you got insurance, let's exchange information, and Neil's like, oh, a new bumper, that's it.
Just two guns.
I'd be like, oh my god, no.
I got rear-ended in Nashville at the beginning of this last tour.
What was his name?
2 months ago.
I'm just kidding. That was hacky.
Yeah. I got rear-ended and then like when reporting it to like people, when I was like, I got in a car accident, and I was like, unfortunately the car wasn't totaled and I didn't die. It's just hassle. You know what I mean? Dude. Like I want the car to be totaled or me to die or both. Like I don't want to have to deal with insurance.
I remember last summer, you know, because like comedy gets you down emotionally. It's such a steel ringer. And I was feeling pretty down, and I was like, who am I? I'm going to call Neil, because Neil, you know.
What a bad idea.
and I hit up Neil, and I was like, hey man, you know, I'm not feeling too good. Like, what should I do? And he's like, just go fuck a chick or something. You know? I'm like, do you feel like everybody hates you sometimes? You're like, every other day. And I was like, oh, you're good looking. Go hook up with someone. And I was like, you got to downplaying how I'm feeling right now. You're like, yeah, shut up. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, people have cancer. Just go have sex and be fine. Yeah. Wake up tomorrow good looking.
Yeah, and then I went for like a 20-minute drive. I was like, all right, maybe just shut up. Maybe just go do something.
No, but you did have a post on Facebook where I actually reached out to you, and I was like, dude, if you ever having like mental health things, like I'm actually a pretty good guy to talk to about all that.
But that's the thing about, I think I said this to you, like that's the thing about it. It's like when you're in crisis, you're not reaching out.
Oh, definitely not.
I'm not.
That's why I reached out, you know, because like I know we haven't really like hung out a lot like on the comedy scene.
I've known you forever.
Yeah, but like we. You know, people that struggle with like mental health and stuff, like I feel like there's so many comics that like I kind of recognize it when someone does. And like, you know, I've just been through the ringer with, you know, therapists and all that shit. So like I try to like reach out to those who I see like are struggling.
I appreciate it. I do feel a lot of love. Like I think the one thing that I do have is like a large network of people that care about me, and I feel very fortunate for that. But I've tried to explain this before to people and on pods and stuff. Like my suicidal ideation is not out of despair.
Right?
Like I'm depressed all the time and I have like anxiety issues and stuff. But suicide to me is like celebratory. It's like, you know, like I don't know if I can explain this correctly, and this is not going to be usable for pod stuff because like it'll get flagged.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But I've done so much cool shit, and like I continue to do cool shit.
Right.
That like when I'm gonna be 50 and like have 3 roommates and like lead this like pathetic old man life. Like I don't want to get there.
Like the aging rock star.
Yeah, I don't want to get there. I just want to party and have fun, and like entertain people, and like it'd be great to do like a theater tour and like all these things. And it's like, but if that stuff's not gonna happen, I'm gonna be grinding at open mics at 54, like working at FedEx. Like, kill me, please kill me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's a real sad.
Yeah, dude.
And no offense to those people that do that. Like, if you're wired for that, I'm not wired for that. I've had a real job like for 6 months my entire life.
I felt the same way. You know, like you kind of like romanticize it a little bit. It's just like, yo, I just want to like fucking go out on top and like live fast, die young.
Yeah.
You know, like I've definitely had like those thoughts, and like this suicidal ideation is like, it's not always like 100% serious too, you know? Like I feel like there's something, you know, I was trying to give you an out. You know, but like,
I have a pretty concrete plan.
No, I've given Neil many outs, and he's like, stop giving me outs. The one out I'm doing is killing myself. And I'm like, okay.
If you look at my schedule, like if I ever post the schedule on Facebook and the last show is Huntsville, Alabama. That's a code to say goodbye. Call me out and be like, yo man, it was great knowing you. Can I use that one joke after you die?
I'd be like, wait, Huntsville, guys, Huntsville.
That's like the code word for the SWAT team.
Like, check every hotel in Huntsville, Alabama. And then Jeff Greenspan would be like, oh my God, that's right near me. And I'd be like, Jeff, don't make this about you, okay? Don't make this about you, all right? We lost a soldier today. I'm kidding. I love Jeff Greenspan. But, which is weird, though, because, I mean, like, you know, you're, like I said, you are so successful. I mean, you're opening for bands.
I'm
on the tour. Every time you come out with a flyer, it's like, holy shit, look at fucking Neil.
I know, you're so busy, dude. Like,
it's a facade.
Right.
Like,
but all social media is.
Yeah. Like, we're not like, yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm at all these places, and it's like 2 of them are brewery shows for 7 people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, when I get to open for like Ben Bailey or Ashley Gavin or Liz Mealy, it's like, yeah, those are dope shows.
Right.
And I'm going to get great clips, and I'm going to have a fun time and hang out. But then like Monday through Wednesday, I'm alone in a hotel room I either can't afford or there's a fucking animal in the room with me. You know?
That you didn't bring.
Yeah, that was just there when I got there. Like eating Doritos. Like, what up, yo? And I'm like, why is there a possum eating Doritos in my hotel room? Yeah, it's, you know, whatever. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Yeah. It's great. I love I appreciate all the things.
Yeah, because sometimes I look at that schedule and I'm just like, oh fuck, man, I wish I was that busy. Yep. You know.
What do you like better? You like opening for bands or for or just, you know, comedians?
So I think I do prefer working a comedy club. Like, it's just,
it's a different vibe.
A real club with a real audience that's like policed, like, hey, everybody shut the fuck up, turn off your cell phones, like that kind of a vibe.
Ideal.
The rock shows get a little rowdy.
The rock shows can get rowdy. Some of them are amazing, but the rock show, like the lifestyle that is associated with those tours is like pretty fucking sweet. But you can get there on a comedian tour too, like I'm sure like Sam Morril's bus tour or Nate Bargatze's bus tour. Well, I know they don't really party anymore, but like Sam Morril parties, right? So like I'm sure that bus tour is probably dope,
right?
But you know, I go up Ben Bailey. We're not going to do a bus tour. We're going to do like a weekend in Rochester, and then that's it. And it's like, look, those shows are going to be dope. I'm going to have a great time with him because he's a cool guy, and like maybe we'll party with some fans, like mild bullshit,
right?
But ultimately, like when you're on the bus with a rock band, it's like fans every night, hotels during the day. Like, you know, I have 20 minutes where I'm responsible for things. Okay. Whereas when I'm out with Ashley or Ben or something, it's like, well, I had to drive them from somewhere to somewhere. Right. You know, like, I have other responsibilities. Yeah. When I'm opening for a rock band on a tour, I have nothing. I just roll in, do my thing. I'm in Crocs the whole day. Like,
Yeah.
What bands have you opened for now? Because I know you've been doing it for a while.
And who's your favorite?
You've been doing it for a while. How many?
Well, I'm not gonna like.
Yeah,
is
I
there like
can't answer that?
Well, no, I'm not saying to like alienate any, but
No,
is there
no,
any like really cool band that like you like almost like fanboy after or like?
Well, I never really, I don't really do that. Like, I don't really have like, because I've been working with bands my whole life.
Yeah.
And like, I was on TV for a while, so like, I met like a lot of people, and so like, I don't really have that in me. Like, the two things I don't really do is like get starstruck,
Right.
or nostalgic. I'm never like, oh, those were the days. I'm like,
Yeah.
those were cool days. These are cool days. Like, it's just as cool hanging out with Travis and you right now as it
Yeah.
was hanging out with whatever band in 19 whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't really get like that.
Okay.
And also the same thing with like meeting people. Like, it was just as cool to meet Big Beezy as it is to meet like, you know, Tony from No Doubt. Like, they're just people. Like, if they're cool, they're cool. If they're not cool, they're not cool. Like,
Right.
there's no.
They probably appreciate that too.
And yeah, I think that's like what helps me stick around.
Yeah.
For
with
sure.
everybody. You know what I mean? Where like, you know, I make, you know, you feel comfortable around me no matter who.
Right.
So there's never been like anything like that. I will say like the Taking Back Sunday guys have been very good to me for 25 years, and the Motion City Soundtrack guys have been very good to me for 20 years.
Yeah.
And the Rejects guys have been very good for me to me for 20 years.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was like.
So it's like,
looking
yeah,
for.
like those kinds of people, like those kinds of bands, like
Yeah.
Steve from Thursday is like a great, like one of my close friends.
Really?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Like he's directing and producing the special.
Oh,
like,
that's awesome.
Like these people are, you know, like these are my people.
Yeah,
you know?
because a lot of the bands that you work for, like I listen to, like, you know, that's like my genre of music, you know. So when I see you, like you were working with Bayside, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be opening for them at the Paramount.
Yeah,
and
like-
those are my homies too for
Yeah, dude,
forever.
like
you
they're like
know?
local guys. They're like one of my favorite
Yeah.
bands.
Jack
you know?
came to see me at Zany's. We got lunch.
That's
Like,
awesome.
He brought me mushrooms.
I was man. That was my next question.
all right, go
Your
ahead.
special.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this special. I'm actually going to come out to that. It's in Jersey.
Can I just say though, like you were like, oh, that's like what I listened to when I was younger or whatever. Like,
yeah. No,
what-
I still listen to
but
them.
like,
yeah.
or whatever. But like, there's gonna be a time and place where someone's gonna be like, oh, fucking Hugh Murray. Like, I love Hugh Murray and Travis Grant. Like, I used to listen to them. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so like to me, it's just like, oh, it's just. They just got there quicker or
Right.
earlier, or age was their aid, or the art form was their aid, or the social climate was their aid. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't, like, I just wanted to like reinforce that, like, our community, you know what I mean? Like, Christian Hahn's gonna be huge.
Right.
He is.
Ziegler is gonna be, is gonna be big. You guys are gonna be big. I mean, I'm drawing blanks right now, but like, our friends
Get
are
your
gonna
point,
get
yeah.
big. You know what I mean? Like, the people that we're doing small shows with now, we're going to be
Right.
doing big shows with. I mean, I did basements with Ashley Gavin.
Right.
Yeah. Did literal basements to literal nobody.
Yeah.
And now she's blowing out 500 tickets a show.
I mean, I remember meeting you and Ashley and a lot of other people in the Laughing Buddha basement.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I met her.
And then it's like, now we're all off doing our own thing.
Think about
Yeah.
all the fucking talent that came out of that basement.
Dude, a lot.
Ian, Laura, Caitlin Paloofa, Ashley Gavin.
Dude, that was a den of thieves.
Dude,
That was a den of killers.
all
That,
killers,
that
dude.
graduation
Dave
class.
Colombo has got like 1 billion followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like, yo,
Jason Salmon.
Oh
Was
yeah, I
he
love
the
Jason.
sound?
He was like above us.
Emma Willman was a little above us.
Oh, yeah.
Blew up.
Oh, yeah, I used to
Stefano
perform
started
with
like
them.
like
Yeah.
they were like seniors, but we were like freshmen, sophomores.
Yeah.
You know, like that. I generated in like high school grades because I'm a fucking tool bag and like to live in the past. But no, I'm joking around.
Yeah, no,
but
I just say all that because like I always thought it was like so cool, how like Bill Hicks used to open for Tool. I'm like a really big Tool fan, and like there's some moments in like comedy where like I think are a little bit cooler. Like I said, I mentioned the show with like Nick Mullen and Adam Friedland. Like when I got to work with those guys, like those are like comedians that like I think are hilarious and like I listen to, like because like there's no, there's a lot of great comedians out there, but as comedians, I feel like do you watch a lot of comedy? Because like I typically don't.
Yeah,
I
mean, I'm a nerd for comedy. I will say, like, working with when I first started working with Ben Bailey, there was like a little bit of a moment where I was like, this is a cool text.
Yeah,
because he asked me about a joke that I told him.
Yeah,
and I was like, yo, Ben Bailey's asking me about a joke. Like, that's cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And like when I got to like open for like Jim Norton, I did 4 shows in the Poconos with him. And you know, that's what I'm saying is like I was a fan of Norton before I started comedy.
Yeah.
And then it's like getting to work with him, like that was like a really cool moment for me.
Yeah, working with Ben, working with Mark Norman, sometimes like, or Adrian Appalucci is a good example where it's just like, oh yeah, like I'm already a fan. Like I already love their comedy.
Yeah, and if you've seen like X amount of their specials, like when Louis was here like years ago, it was like I wasn't in the green room or anything with him, but like I was literally like I could hit him with a rock if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And I was just like I just remember seeing like watching him through high school. Like I watched him over 10 years.
Yeah.
Put out like more than 5 specials, and I'm just like, dude, that's fucking. He's right there. And he's just, dude, like, I've never seen someone crush that hard. It was like, you had to put your eyelids back on. And I was like, what in the fuck is going on right now? Yeah. It was just like, you were just kind of immersed in this world. And you're like, this is fucking, like, happening right now. Like, I'm living. Yeah. I'll always remember that.
And then that's going to happen for you.
Hopefully. I hope.
Yeah.
I really do hope.
Yes, that's the dream.
I hope.
I'm shooting the special June 1st, so next week.
In Jersey?
In Jersey, in Montclair. If you want to go, it's free. Follow me or whatever. There's information.
Do some plugs because we're going to be wrapping up soon.
Just Neil Rubenstein on Instagram. NeilRubenstein.com has like all my links or whatever. I'm going to be recording. Mike Dubin, I don't know if you know him. He's like a big concert photographer. And Steve Padula are producing and directing. Taking Back Sunday's doing the intro.
Oh, it's so awesome. Is it like a unique intro?
Yeah, it's like they're like this is our buddy, you know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, oh dude, that's so cool. I saw them recently at Mulcahy's, you know.
Yeah, their Christmas show.
Yeah.
Oh, so you saw my buddies playing Dead open for them.
When I was there, I think Stray Light Run.
Oh yeah,
was opening. It might have been like a year ago.
Yeah, I think Playing Dead and then Stray. I think it was that.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah.
And then Playing Dead, the singer guitarist is actually gonna like doing like the walk-in music at the special. Also,
oh, dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it as family as possible. Yeah. And I'm doing Adjacent this weekend. If you're going to be in Atlantic City, I'll be doing like 3 or 4 spots.
You said Adjacent
Fest, so it's like Blaine.
Okay, yeah, festival.
Motion City, Ellis Dunes.
That's so fucking sick.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
so nuts.
See, I think I get a little like excited about like the rock shows because it's something I've never done, you know, as a comedian.
I get that,
you know, so it's just like I'm like interested in it. I'd love to fucking do that one day.
I want to go out. I have like a bunch of like metal bands I'm friends with too.
Yeah,
and I really want to go out like Internal Bleeding or Sanguis Bob, but like I'm like a little worried that those crowds are a little too
right, yeah.
Like an elder emo crowd is gonna be like a little calmer,
a little chiller.
Yeah. It's an elder emo crowd. It's funny because we never thought we'd be elder because it was such a young thing. We were just like,
this is what we did when we were children, and now it's like,
we're fucking 35, 40 years old.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy
up.
too because like our vibe, like I don't think people would really think we were elder emos.
Yeah, like I've always loved metalcore. Yeah, but definitely alternative for sure. Like that's definitely a close second. Like, you know,
because all your tattoos are hidden. People don't know that you're like.
So people like they see me at shows and they're like, this is fucking lacrosse idiot doing here.
Yeah,
and
dude,
then I start going hard, and they're just like, "Oh, you liked it." I went to see Ghost Inside.
Yeah, I saw you post about it.
So
I think I mentioned it.
Yeah,
I think I asked
Ghost
you about
Inside,
it,
and then Kill Switch Engage. I also saw over for the holidays, and people were like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?"
Yeah,
I used to get that a lot.
Yeah, I beat the shit out of someone.
In high school, when I would go to like Glassjaw shows and shit, you know, I have like my hair gelled and be like fresh out of a fucking like lacrosse practice. But you know, I had like that jock look and shit, and like I feel like
Todd and Mitch were wearing like sweater vests and like had like their hair gel, like.
Oh, it's funny as fuck, dude.
So you said you're at Adjacent Fest this weekend?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
In Atlantic City, that's gonna be a blast.
The AC Comedy Club.
I'm at AC Comedy Club tomorrow.
How fun is that fucking
That's
room?
a great room.
I love
That's
that.
a surprising
low
good
ceiling,
room.
just wham, 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 just
Yeah.
throwing hooks, dude.
Yeah.
Throwing hooks in that room. That's a fun fucking
Yeah,
room, dude.
and no
the-
food, dude. I love that. Like, I love a club that doesn't serve food. The Mothership doesn't serve food. It's
No.
so fucking great.
The staff at AC Comedy, the AC
Very
Comedy
polite.
Club,
Very nice.
fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
They're great. I actually ended up chilling with them. They've been hitting me up like, hey, when are you
Yeah,
gonna come down and
I'd love to get
chill
in
again?
there.
So I gotta reach out to.
Have you ever done
Candy.
Zanies in Nashville?
No, but I would love to.
Yo, that
Yeah.
staff, dude.
Yeah.
Like the Bricktown, like Bark Entertainment, like their staffs are really good. Like the Zany staff is like another. Like that organization is like just so comedy first, man. It's so fucking.
Greenspan was telling me about how Greenspan and Tui were telling me that like those are the best people y'all ever made.
Yeah.
It's staff wise and comedy, those are like the
Yeah.
best.
I heard
yeah.
Tennessee's like Nashville is like just fucking
Nashville's
amazing.
unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a town in general. Everyone like that goes there comes back with great reviews.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not trying to dick ride right now. I like the staff here.
Oh yeah,
I do.
dude.
I do like the staff
Yeah,
here.
yo, they're so
They're great.
accommodating here.
They help you
know?
out.
Yeah.
Also, if you bring like a date, like they're gonna make you look like a star.
Oh, yeah, big
which
time.
Is, which is fan. Jimmy does that all the time, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, Jimmy, you don't gotta do that. And he's like, no, you got a date here.
He-
You're
he-
the best.
He always hooks up like the comics in the green room, even when people aren't asking for things. Like
He
you know,
does. They're
They're very comic friendly here.
It sucks. I'm obviously not gonna name names, but it sucks. I don't think I fucking whatever. But like, you ever like get to a place and like the staff is like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, you booked me." And he's like, "I didn't book you." And I'm like, "Well, I think someone did." And then like because we're not.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm so and so. We're not high enough on the chain, so we're like, well, I mean, I'm here, like.
Yeah, $4 for a
you know,
bottle
you
of water.
don't have to pay me if that makes you feel better. Like, just get in the fucking green room. And you're like,
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, but there was a green room.
Or just well, yeah, it's just like, okay, sorry.
Travis, anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, I mean, this Friday I'm gonna be a stand-up in New York at 10 o'clock.
Awesome.
And if you want, just follow me, Travis Grant, on Facebook and Trav_Grant on Instagram.
Beautiful. And yeah, I'm at The Logic on Instagram, Twitter. Make sure you follow the show, Treading Water Podcast. We're on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
go
forgot
ahead.
that this is like Long Island centric. So like Paramount, end of July.
Yes.
Right,
yes.
Side, Avalanche, Koyo, and myself.
I marked it down on my calendar. I'm
Yeah.
down
I'd
there.
actually like to go to that show.
Want to go?
Yeah, dude.
I'm down with that. Fucking jump
July
around the
what?
pit.
July 24th or 3rd. What do we say?
23rd.
23rd. That'll be
Sunday.
the day after the Treading Water show.
Oh, shit, it will.
Come down.
Where's that?
July 22nd. We're going to be in the Giggle Room.
Yeah, right.
If you'd like to come
Yeah,
down.
if you got room for me,
Yeah,
I'd love to.
yeah, we
I'll
definitely have
come
room
through.
for you.
Yeah. come through.
because I'll be in town. So
Yeah, that'd be sick.
All right, cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sorry,
come
I
down
wasn't
to
sure
that.
about like your schedule, but
Yeah, no. Yeah, because I'm there the next day. I'm here.
Yeah,
the
we
next day,
don't
so
even
yeah.
have the link up yet. We're still working
yeah,
on the
I
fucking
gotta
flyer,
follow,
right,
yeah, I'm
Trav?
sorry.
I
yeah,
probably can't advertise that.
Yeah, that's
until
fine.
The show at Paramount sold out.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But I don't think they care about me
No.
enough.
No,
I think I'd be fine. I think it'd be
Yeah.
fine.
I'll get the
that's fine.
flyer over. Sorry, it's like it's so in advance. I'll get the flyer.
Yeah, we don't have to put you on the flyer, but it'd be sick for you to come down and do a
Yeah.
spot.
That's the Saturday, 22nd.
Yeah, 22nd Saturday, be in the Giggle Room at Governor's. And yeah, you can catch me also in the Giggle Room June 16th with Mike Keegan and friends.
Yeah.
It's my next spot here. And I think that's it for us.
That's it. Also, I wanted to say I didn't get a chance to congratulate Big Beezy.
Oh, yeah.
On graduating college.
Yo, congrats, Beezy.
Our faithful man behind the fucking sticks.
Yeah.
Graduating college is Big Beezy in here.
Yeah, hell yeah. Ah, a round of applause. I
Yeah.
like that.
Nice job.
we
He
got
can't
signed
even
on-
hear it. He's not wearing headphones, but it's there.
Next semester.
Next semester. Oh, next semester?
Yeah.
God damn it, Beezy.
Ah.
Shit. Fuck.
Well, now we're not going to give it to you next semester. So.
No, well, we'll do it again next semester. Guy,
First ones to say it.
Yeah.
We already congratulated you.
Yeah.
guys, thank you so much for listening, and yeah, keep liking the clips. Keep,
Yeah,
following
like,
us, following our
share,
guest.
subscribe, follow our guest.
Thanks for listening.
Yep. See you next week.
Peace.